What's good, Jetsetters? I'm back again with this Meek Mill story coming out of hiphopdx.com. Shout out to them again, always bringing these fire stories. Now here's the headline. It reads, Meek Mill reflects on feeble slave deal earnings from expensive pain. Oh man, they used the word feeble. They said feeble. You know it's bad when they say feeble. They go all the way to the dictionary with that joint. They say he got feeble earnings. Now, when I read this, I was like, wow, I definitely got to cook up on this. Shout out again to Meek Mill for always keeping it real. I mean, lately he's really been keeping it real and very transparent about his situation and other situations he see in the business. Now, I believe he's independent right now, which is great for him. I think he can do great independent. I honestly think, and just my opinion, right, he can do whatever he wants. However, just in my opinion, I think he should stay independent because honestly, just the way I see things, and y'all can disagree with me in the comment section or whatever, but just the way I see things in the music business or music industry right now, everything is pretty much going independent, right? Everything's on the internet. I mean, anybody with a little bit of talent can, if they work hard enough and they're consistent enough, can get things going for themselves financially, especially somebody with the stature and who already has the prestige like a Meek Mill. He already has a huge fan base that rocks with him. So again, a traditional record deal doesn't make sense. Now, something he could do is distribution deal. It's a great situation. They distribute for you. You still keep the industry connections, and you can pay them for marketing, so you still stay on top while still staying independent, basically, and keeping the vast majority of your money, if not all of your bread. So I think that's a great deal for him. But again, even if he does sign with another record label in the future, he knows a lot better now because he's talking about it. He knows a lot more than he did when he was a kid, right? Like back when he was wearing the braids and stuff and came out with I'm a boss and all that stuff. Like he was so young. And that's the thing about the music business, man. They really prey on the young and people who don't know the game. That's why one of the reasons why I do this, right? One of the reasons why I always talk about business topics, about the music business, because I want a lot of people, young and old, but especially the youth, to hear these type of messages because it's a lot of talent out there. And I don't want people to keep going through this year after year, decade after decade, going on these interview shows and talking about, man, I wish I wouldn't have signed that deal. And I wish, man, they got me in the 360 and I got hit songs, but I'm not getting paid off it. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, especially the part about not getting paid off it. That's what Meek about to get to. Matter of fact, this is what Meek had to say, right? He say, 1 year anniversary to the last album. I don't know how money I made off it or had no control over the overall plan. And I only made 13% off it. LOL. He also said, I'm going to make 10M plus off every album I drop from here on out. I was caught up in that slave stuff. That's why I've been taking long. That stuff's still on this album. Everything I do flames. They don't really promote music with morals in that system. Now it's my goal. Now I'm going to crack the code on getting paid from rapping. Man, he also said, don't show me plaques, show me checks. How much each song make. Okay, I feel you, Meek. Me keeping it real. Man, that part about him saying he only made 13%. After all that hard work, I mean, can y'all imagine y'all writing these songs, y'all in the studio for hours, and y'all put out this amazing project, y'all going on the road doing all these shows just to get 13%? Man, that's crazy to me. See, and Meek Mill does very well for himself financially, right? You still see him on the jet, you still see the jewelry, you still see, and that's why I'm so happy he's actually being very transparent about all this stuff, and he's telling his truth because on the outside looking in, you don't think he had a bad deal. You don't think he ever took a loss financially, right? You don't think his records coming out and hitting the top, and you don't think, oh, his record label eating all that. No, you thinking he getting all that. But now he's telling you, like, I only got 13% off that album. The album Expensive Pain. That's ridiculous. And I like his mindset when he say, I'm about to get 10M plus off every album. And he can do it. He can definitely do it. He's independent now. He owns everything. So he can definitely do those numbers. right? He now sees that system held him back. And he talks about morals in that system. Like, yeah, they don't promote morals because you got to look at it from this standpoint. They're all about making money. They're all about the numbers over there. They're not really about the craft. So you got a lot of people in those offices and stuff who really don't do music for real. They really into the numbers. So you got the musicians and stuff, that's what we focus on, the songwriters, producers, engineers, artists. We're focused on the actual music and stuff, but they not. They're like, okay, whatever's going to make us the most amount of money the fastest. That's what they own. That's why I talked about like the AI rappers and stuff. They got robot rappers. Like, they are willing to replace human beings with with computers just to make a profit. I mean, it's crazy. Now, a bad record deal can ruin your career in a variety of ways. Let me just give y'all one way right now. Number one way is lack of control, right? Lack of control. You never want to be completely dependent on one person because that gives away all your power. You're giving them all the power. You don't want to ever give one person or one entity all your power. And that's what a bad record deal does, right? They're getting the vast majority of your money and they tell you what the type of music you can put out, right? So you might want to put out something inspirational, motivational. And they say, no, you need to make something about smoking on your ops, sipping on some syrup, pop some pills, some crazy stuff, right? They're going to make you do the records they think will move. And guess what? Guess what happens? You say, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Guess where you going? Right on the shelf. And there go your career right there. Right? And then you got to recoup. They give you all this money. You got to recoup. They got all kinds of crazy contingencies. They can own your name and likeness in perpetuity. Like, these are just some of the few reasons why a bad record deal can ruin your career. So again, make sure you pay attention to the type of contract you're signing and build leverage first. Don't just get a record deal out once you get a little hot song on TikTok or something. Once you get one hot song on TikTok or something, now it come a record deal or a pub deal. Now you want to sign it. Nah, man. Keep building your leverage. Keep working. Seriously. And that's why I always champion being an independent artist. Now, I know some of y'all may be wondering how to pay for things as an independent artist, right? You might be thinking, how do I pay for studio time? How do I pay for beats and my video and this and that? And unfortunately, that may rush some of y'all into a bad deal early, right? And don't get tricked by the money the record label give you up front. That ain't nothing but debt. It ain't nothing but debt. They can only give you half. You're going to have to pay your manager, pay taxes. It's going to break down to, trust me, it's going to break down to not that much money. You don't want to be in that predicament whatsoever. Now, if you're an independent artist and you want to make some extra cash, work on your craft first, get your skills up and co-write for other people, write for other people, produce for other people, sing backgrounds, do vocal work for other people, make content. That's the big one. Make content like I'm doing now. You get paid so much faster from your content, man. And now even YouTube is paying people for their music in the actual content. So you can get paid from your music and the ad revenue. You have commission, whatever services you use, DistroKid, vidIQ, whatever you use to help you. You can tell your supporters on your channel, hey, I got my link to DistroKid. Now you can earn commission from that. There's so many different things you can do. I mean, seriously, to earn money that you can then reinvest back into your career, right? So don't always get bummed out like, man, I don't have the money right now. If I just had a deal, everything will work out. No, that's the wrong mindset that keeps a lot of artists trapped, right? So again, work on your craft, help people out with their writing, producing whatever they need, make content, right? Make sure your content is popping and you'll get money off of that right away. Then boom, what you do, you reinvest it. Studio time, this and that, video, even though I think videos are kind of, you don't really need videos to win today. But if you want to put out videos, I mean, it's up to you. You will have the money to reinvest into that from doing other things. So that's why I always say build multiple streams of income outside of music as well. Don't just depend on a record label to support you. And again, I got my own services to help you out right now. I'm on Fiverr.com and I'm writing hooks, verses, and full songs. We can collab, co-write, whatever you need, I got you. The link to my service will be down below in the description and in my bio as well. And for all y'all independent artists out there who may be struggling a little bit financially or may need a little bit of extra money for artwork, studio time, whatever, I got the link to the site that will help you out tremendously. The name of this site is InstaGC. That's right, instagc.com. It's no fugazi. It's all real free money. That's right, free money for doing surveys. Let me say that again. Free money for doing surveys, free money for watching videos on your phone, free money for playing games on your phone. That's right, it's the real deal. I've used it myself. I can vouch for it. It's called instagc.com. You work hard on there, you do some games, you watch some videos, whatever, and you can run it up on there, man. I've seen people make all kinds of money on there. They got gift cards you can win, all kinds of stuff. The link will be down below in my description and in my bio as well. Now, that's all I really wanted to leave y'all with today, all right? Peace.